Welcome to Fertility TV, your YouTube channel dedicated to everything fertility and helping you get pregnant. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Marc Sklar, the fertility expert, and I work with couples from all over the world, helping you get pregnant with my virtual consultations and programs. Just a quick reminder for all of you, if you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please make sure you subscribe. It keeps me motivated to keeping new videos coming for all of you. And please post your comments below because it helps my video get found by all the women who need help just like you. In this video this week, we're going to be talking about what are your chances of conceiving if you're 40 or older. So if you want information on this topic, then make sure you keep watching. Before we get started on the information for this video, I just want to make a quick announcement. My new program, the Positive Pregnancy Method, is open and ready for enrollment. If you're needing more support on your fertility journey and you want a guided program to help you create the plan that you need and deserve, then this is the program for you. The link is in the description below for you to check it out. All right, so everyone always asks, what are my chances of getting pregnant? Especially those of you who are 40 and older. We all want to know, what are my chances? What's the likelihood? And what's the reality that I can conceive so that you can make the right choices in terms of your plan moving forward on your fertility journey? Well, if we just take things at face value, certainly the older you get, the lower chance you have to conceive. And especially if you're 42 or 45, those numbers decrease considerably into the single digits. So that's not really motivating. It makes it challenging to conceive, certainly on your own. And even if you're going forward with IUI or IVF, your chances are not much higher when you're 40 and over if you're trying with those methods. Now, if you're going to start to incorporate different techniques into the process, then certainly your chances will go up. But I want to talk about this from a different perspective. When we're talking about your chances of conceiving, I think there's a lot of negativity around this, regardless of age, but certainly as you get older. So I want to take a different approach in this video today. If you want more information on what are the practical things that you can be doing to improve your fertility as you get older, like what dietary changes should I be making, what food should I be eating, what lifestyle choices should I be doing, and what supplements should I be taking, I have a ton of videos on those specific topics. And if you want that information, then you can go ahead and check that out right here. But in this video, I want to talk specifically about taking a different approach when we're trying to conceive, especially if we're older. And that is one of mindset. Mindset is so important when we're talking about fertility and, quite frankly, any health issue. But I find especially when we're talking about conceiving and having children, are you in the right mindset to have a child? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe you can get pregnant? How many people have told you you can't conceive? You're too old. Or how many doctors have told you it's not worth your time? You should do egg donor. Or maybe even worse is just move on. It's not worth it. I hear this from all of you all the time. And it breaks my heart because the single worst thing that someone can tell you is you can't, you won't, forget about it, give up. These are awful things to tell somebody, right? They start to plant a seed. And normally when we want to plant seeds, we want to plant positive seeds, not negative seeds. But these are negative seeds. These are negative thoughts that are planting in our mind and creating the wrong reality. It's creating the wrong belief. You are hearing these words over and over, whether they're telling them to you regularly or you're just replaying it in your mind. You keep hearing these words that you can't and you won't, or you need donor, or you need IVF. These are things that start to take a toll and have an impact on your ability to conceive, and most of all, your belief in your ability to conceive. We need to change that mindset. How many of you watching believe that you and your thoughts can impact the reality that you live in? How many of you watching believe that you can create the reality that you want, the life that you want, the family that you want? Comment below, down below. Let me know if you believe that you have the power up here in your mind to create the world you want, the reality that you want. I believe you do. I believe that you have the ability to create the world that you want. But it starts up here. If you're constantly telling yourself that you can't, you won't, you need something else, IVF is my only path, so-and-so told me I can only use donor, then that's going to be the reality that you create. That's going to be the truth that you live, because that's what you keep telling your body. So every cycle you keep trying, it keeps hearing that you can't. So implantation doesn't happen. But you can retrain your mind. We talk about brainwashing as if it's a negative thing. Well, it can be, but we've all been brainwashed most of our life, hopefully in positive ways. How about we start to control what that brainwashing is? How about we start to control what we tell our mind and our body and what we start to believe is true? You can retrain yourself. You have the power to control what your body can do by retraining your mind. But it all starts with you believing in yourself, with you believing in your reproductive power and abilities. So I'm not suggesting that this is the only thing that you can do. I'm suggesting this is an important piece of what you need to do. And so we have to start to retrain our mind to believe in your ability to reproduce, to believe that you can have children, regardless of age. And I can tell you that there are hundreds, if not thousands of women all the time getting pregnant 40 and over. So I know it's possible and I know you can do it. But we first have to start with getting rid of all those negative thoughts. And that starts with retraining our mind. The first and single most important thing you can do is start to believe in yourself and write down the thoughts that you want to be true instead of the negative thoughts that you've been telling yourself. So I want you to redo and retrain your mind in terms of where you want it to be. What are the positive things? The first one I can think of is I am fertile. The second thing is I will conceive. I can have a child, regardless of my age. Write down the thoughts that you want, the words that you want to be true for yourself. Then I want you to read them every day. And I also think that you need to say them, record them, and play them back to yourself, hearing your voice telling you. This is a retraining method, right? We've got to brainwash your mind. You're going to do this multiple times a day. You're going to do this when you wake up in the morning, and you're going to do this before you go to bed. And if you're feeling down at any point in the day, you're going to do it again. If this was the only thing that you did differently was these phrases, 2, 3, 4 phrases that you create for yourself in your own handwriting, in your own words, this can have a powerful impact on your reproductive function. And this can change the trajectory of what is possible and what you're able to achieve in the future. So we talked about believing in yourself. We talked about retraining your mind. And sometimes, have you heard the phrase, fake it till you make it? Sometimes we just have to fake it until we make it. By this, I mean, you've got to start pretending that you believe in yourself and your abilities until you start to really believe in yourself and your abilities. So that can have a powerful role, right? We've got to act like we believe in ourselves, act like we can conceive, act like we're empowered, because we've got to retrain our body to believe that as well. So those are some key things, but what are you going to do right now to take action to make this happen for yourself? I want to hear, I want to know, comment below. Okay, let me know what steps you're going to do. I gave you just some examples of what I think is possible, but maybe you've got some other ideas that you think that are better for you. I want to hear what they are. So what actions are you going to take? When are you going to do them? Put them down in your schedule so that you know you wake up 7 a.m., you focus on your positive thoughts. Before bed, 20 minutes, you focus on your thoughts. It doesn't even have to be that long. It could just be for 5 minutes. We have to start to make this routine so we can retrain up here. Those negative thoughts are very challenging and difficult to break free of and get rid of. They're embedded because you keep repeating them to yourself. We've got to repeat new things and embed those positive things. And that's why this is going to take a little bit of time, but it's really, really powerful. The last part to this that I want to mention is that mindset is not enough. I know for many of you out there, you might think that it is, and that's awesome. I think that's great. That tells me you're much more ahead than many others are. But I believe mindset is just a piece of the puzzle for all of you. We need this important piece, but we also need to know that physically you're in a good place and you're doing everything that you can and that you're healthy. So are you doing everything possible physically to take care of your reproductive organs? Do you know if there are issues going on that need to be corrected? Have you looked deeper to figure out what those are? Have you run all the necessary lab tests? Have you created a plan for yourself that's customized to your needs to figure out what you need to do to take care of yourself physically here while you're starting to work on your mind up here? If those answers are yes, then awesome, rock on, keep going. If not, then that's where you need to go as well. You can be doing both simultaneously. You can be working on the mental and the physical simultaneously. But often, for the mental piece of things, I find many of you can do this on your own. For the physical, to dig deeper, to find out what's going on, to get the right answers, to do the right tests, to create the right plan for you, most often I hear that you need some guidance. So I want you to get the right care and attention and guidance that you need and deserve to create that plan for yourself. Maybe that's working with a coach like myself. If you want that information, those links are below in the description. Maybe it's joining a new program to guide you through that process, like my Positive Pregnancy Method program. That's fine as well. That's below. Maybe you need someone locally to help you because that's what you want. Whatever that plan is for you, make it and do it for yourself, because that's also a big part of achieving the results that you want, especially when we're 40 and above. That's it, we did it. We got through the video. We talked about some really new and important information that I think is gonna make a significant difference on your fertility journey. I would love to hear how you guys are gonna incorporate this and hopefully in the future, hear the results that it yields for you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that bell so that I can notify you when I put out a new video. And most of all, until the next video, I want you all to stay healthy, stay safe, and stay fertile.